Now, Manchester United and Manchester City will have to pay as much as 130 million if they want to land Jude Bellingham in the summer. Real Madrid currently the favourites. To be honest with you, I think Real Madrid have always been the favourites. I know that there was this big PR spin from Liverpool the other night in which they sort of told all the reporters that they were going to rebuild in a different way and weren't going to just splash the cash on one player. Basically, because I don't think they can afford to do so. I'm not sure that Manchester United can afford to do so this summer as well, bearing in mind they need a striker. But 130 million quid is a hell of a lot of money, isn't it?
It's a lot of money, but what you're paying for? You're paying for a 19-year-old. He's going to get even better.
His contract's out at the end of next year, so why on earth would someone pay 130 million for him?
You know why they will? Because yes, his contract's gone down. He shouldn't be that. It should be like maybe 70, 80. But you're signing someone that could be a £200 million player one day. He's going to get better and better. He's 19.
Hey, listen, I think he's outstanding. So young. I think he's one of the best young players I've seen in a very long time. I can't believe how mature he is.
Of course.
For his age.
Outstanding.
The way he talks, the way he behaves, the way he's so muscular and so skillful on the ball. But he's also so intelligent with his passing and the hunger is unbelievable.
And all that's going to get even better, Sam. He's going to improve. He's going to get stronger. He's going to learn the game more. So if you're Real Madrid, you're like, we could get 12, 13, 14 years out of Jude Bellingham. It's like Haaland. You know, one day Real Madrid are going to come in for Haaland. That could be a silly transfer. That could be 160, 200 million pound transfer. So it's too expensive for Liverpool. But if you're Manchester City and Real Madrid and you can make it work, for me, it's a no-brainer.
Do you think there's any sort of case to answer here for sort of staying in Borussia Dortmund's squad for a little bit longer and just to sort of keep
not really
learning your trade, or should he move on now?
If he'd done one season at Dortmund, I'd say yes. You know, he's done a few seasons there. He's been their best player the last couple of seasons. I think he's ready to leave. I watched him at Wembley.
Got over the line and won the title this year. If they won the title this year, I would have said, move on now. But I just think one more year is not going to hurt him.
Yeah, but sometimes players are hungry. When you watch him for England, I watched him at Wembley against Ukraine, and he's bossing everyone about. He's not a 19-year-old. In his mind, he's not a 19-year-old. He's a 25-year-old. He's a senior pro, and he's bossing people around. He's going and pressing on his own. In his mind, he won't think, oh, okay, another couple of years at Dortmund. I'll only be 21 now. I can go to Real Madrid or I can go to Man City. In his mind, he's like, I want to win trophies now, the big trophies now at 19.
Are you surprised how mature he is at 19?
Yes.
You broke onto the scene when you were a young kid at Aston Villa.
I was a mouse. I was nowhere near what he's like. Like 19, you're like, okay, you're just obeying the senior pros. You're scared to speak. Do you know what I mean? You'll never be like bossing senior pros around on the pitch. And you watch Bellingham now and you never think he's 19. I bet people are still surprised. Really? He's 19? Because the way he plays, the manner in which he speaks to his teammates as well, is of a senior pro.
You were a bit naughty yesterday, weren't you?
Me?
Yeah. Right at the end of the show. You were a little bit naughty yesterday. At the end of the show. Yeah. You just tried to sort of stir it up a little bit. I know
in what way?
A little grenade every now and again. But
you know why, though?
You said on breakfast yesterday that Liverpool pulling out of the signing of Jude Bellingham is a lack of ambition. And what did you say? Say about mentality monsters. You said, where's their mentality now?
Well, maybe Jude Bellingham as well. Forget Liverpool can't afford the deal. Maybe he doesn't want to go. Maybe he'll look at it and think, Jurgen Klopp done outstanding there, but you're 29 points behind the leaders, Arsenal.
Yeah, but you can have one bad season every now and again. They were 1 point off of winning the title last season and almost won the quadruple.
But 29 points is not a bad season. That's a dreadful season for Liverpool.
It's been a dreadful season for a lot of people.
This is the manager that, he was hammering me for hammering Manchester United, which every pundit in the world done at the time when they got smashed by Brentford. Called me, I wasn't a mentality monster when I played against Liverpool. But Mr. Mentality Monster hasn't been the mentality monster since he had that comment, because Liverpool have been dreadful this season.
So you're taking credit for bringing them down?
Not at all. I'm just saying, maybe a bit of karma for Jurgen Klopp. You're defending your bitter rivals, Manchester United, concentrating your own team. And this season, he's been a poor manager.
They haven't been that bad, have they?
30 points behind Arsenal.
Poor manager's a little bit of a tough... I think the players haven't performed. I think they might well have been a little bit...
Well, he's lost his spark as well, for me.
He?
I think he has, yeah.
I spoke to him the other day, and he said he was a little bit surprised how hard it has been this season, and that turning it around has taken a lot longer than he expected it to do. But he's definitely hungry for it.
I've not seen that from Jurgen Klopp this season.
Oh, he's got a plan for
he's
the
your
summer.
mate, isn't he? You're defending your mate.
He's not
because
my
you
mate.
interview him a lot. You speak to him. He's your mate.
Yeah, listen. I'm just telling you what I know from being in and around him.
Yeah.
He seemed to me like he's got. I think the biggest issue is behind the scenes with Liverpool.
Yeah.
In terms of the money, FSG looking for further investment, the idea that Julian Ward is departing as the sporting director. They've lost Michael Edwards over a year or so. I think Michael Edwards saw it all coming. So he realised that this is going to sort of not be the same sort of place as it was 2 or 3 years ago. They don't spend big money anyway.
But let's be honest, Sam. Like a lot of people have said the same thing. If they start next season, and you're looking at September, October, and they're a million miles away from the top teams in the Premier League, they will get rid of Jurgen Klopp. They will.
On.
He's under pressure next season.
Why would you even think that would be the case?
Say he gets given money, gets given 100 million.
Well, he's not going to get. Well, he might get 100 million.
Yeah, say he does. He brings in 3 midfielders. 3 midfielders he wants. Obviously, Bellingham's not going to come in.
3 midfielders you're going to get for 100 million quid now?
Well, that's what they need.
Yeah, but you're not going to get 3 decent midfielders for 100 million.
He might do a bit of good business. It doesn't have to be big transfer fees for midfielders. You can do a bit of good business. Your recruitment can be right. But if they give him money and October, Liverpool aren't up fighting for the Premier League again, he will be under pressure. Of course he will. Liverpool aren't going to accept being 30 points off Arsenal this season. They'll be fuming.
I can't work out why you go viral so often.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're live, aren't we? I thought we were on a break.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.